Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy RotoBeast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy and Chris. We're here to present you our MLB core plays for Friday, August 14th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our MLB, NBA, NFL, NHL, PGA, NASCAR. Man, we got it all. One-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure to check out the site, DFSCheatSheet.com. We actually have a really, really good promo going on. $100, you get all access to the site. Optimizer for all the sports. You get all of our daily content. Plus, you get our cash lineups for NHL, MLB, NBA. Use promo code RESTART2020 at checkout. $100 basically for a whole year. I mean, you can't beat it. Check it out, DFSCheatSheet.com. And hey, fellas, how you guys doing out there?
Very well. Thanks for having me.
Doing good? Yeah, sorry, I got to switch up the beginning. I just got to make sure everybody knows everything that we have. I mean, we're locked and loaded right now with tons of sports, tons of DFS going on right now. So I want to make sure that everybody knows kind of where we're at. So, hey, yesterday, another great day in MLB and NBA for cash lines. We've been on absolute fire right now. So, literally, you're going to go take advantage of our promo. $100, you're going to win that back the first night or two, and you're going to thank us later. So make sure to go check that out and definitely take advantage of that. Yeah, man, I'm ready to kind of jump into my core play for today for MLB. If you guys are ready to go, then we can just start rocking and rolling.
Absolutely. Let's get it.
All right, man. So, hey, we got another day. Got Coors Field on the slate. We got some pitchers that we want to pay up for. There's a lot of things going on right now in the MLB. Definitely think I got a pretty good core for you guys today. I'm going to start it off at pitcher. I do want to pay up. I'm going to go with Garrett Cole, New York Yankee. Their ace, one of the best pitchers in the league. And the guy's just giving us a tremendous floor. And, yes, he's expensive, but the upside that he's given us is definitely worth it. I mean, the guy – He's got us at least 35 fantasy points in every game so far this year. He has us 3 wins, a couple quality starts. I like him today going against Boston. I think that he's going to have another really, really good day. Boston, they've been struggling a little bit in my opinion, and I definitely think this is a day where he can rack up some strikeouts today. So I like Garrett Cole. Yes, he is a little bit more pricey, but I got you some good value to kind of counter that and help you get some good bats in your lineup. Next, I'm going to stick with his teammate. I'm going to go to first base. I'm really liking Mike Ford. We got him projected to be batting in that cleanup spot today, going against Colton Brewer of the Red Sox. I think that this Yankees lineup as a whole is going to put some runs up on the board, and Mike Ford's going to get some definite RBI opportunities there. So he's the guy I'm going to go with, save some money at $2,400. I'm going to actually stick with one of his teammates. I like these Yankees bats today. Another salary saver. I'm going with Aaron Hicks, projected to bat right behind Mike Ford. A nice little mini stack right there. Aaron Hicks, man, the guy has been swinging a great bat. He has hits in 7 of the past 8 games. Really starting to pick it up a little bit. He's a guy that'll get you some walks as well. I mean, look at this. The guy has gotten at least 1 walk in every game but 3 games this year. Has a bunch of multi-walk games. He's getting on base. That kind of increases his floor that we're looking for our cash game. So definitely like him. Then I'm going to go I'm going to stick in the outfield. I'm going to go with one more guy. My pay-up spot for the day, I'm going to go with Joey Gallo in Coors Field. This is a great spot for Joey Gallo going against a right-hander, making his season debut, a guy that I've never even heard of. Today's a day, man. Joey Gallo he has doubled on upside. Really, really like him in this spot at 4,000. I think he's going to get a hold of one today. Definitely Joey Gallo, guy I want to pay up for and get in my lineups today. Then lastly, I'm going to stick in Coors Field, a guy I feel like is coming in pretty cheap. On the flip side of things, I like Daniel Murphy today. I think Daniel Murphy's in a good spot. I'm going against Lance Lynn. Man, let's face it. Blackman's been on fire. Daniel Murphy's been on fire as well. The guy's batting .358 on the season. I'm going to be right there in the heart of the order. I love Daniel Murphy today. And then you know what? On top of that, the guy actually has really good numbers against Lance Lynn for his career. 8 for 22, a double, 2 doubles and a home run. So, hey, things are adding up for me. I'm a real big fan of Daniel Murphy today. So that's really where I'm at with my core plays. And you have right around 3,000 to get some more good bats in there, get another value guy in there. I think this is a really, really good start to today's lineup. Just to refresh it for you guys, Garrett Cole, Mike Ford at first base, Aaron Hicks and Joey Gallo in the outfield, and Daniel Murphy. I got him in my utility spot at 3,300, just a buy low opportunity for him. So yeah, that's really where I'm at on my cash game core plays for today. I'm going to pass it on to Jeremy. He's going to get us started with his top stacks of the day.
So let me say this first. You said we've been on fire with our cash game lines, right? We've been on fire with the hockey content. I mean, I want to say since the playoffs started, I'll just go back to the Islanders. That was a low-owned stack that Chris referenced in his article. I believe somewhat to the effect was Dave, the Islanders have been one of your favorite stacks all year, and you were going right back to the well, and then boom, right? So it's been everything, right? NBA sifting through the shit has always been the phrase that you and I have used, Steph, when there's a lot of news and injuries, and you've done a great job sifting through all that crap and making sure the cash line's been fired. I think that there's been a couple of smaller takedowns, not like big GPPs, but that cash line has been people are using it in their optimal lineup and single entry stuff as well, and doing very, very well with it. And then this video, let's just talk about this week. Monday, gave you guys the Nats, right, is my favorite stack. Nobody had them owned. I think Juan Soto was like 6.4% owned, and that game put up a ton of fantasy points. I think 15 runs of what the Nationals put up that day. Tuesday, we gave you guys the Phillies. They were not more than 13% owned on that slate. They put up a huge piece. Wednesday, gave you the Mets. They got all over Anibal Sanchez early, right? Jeff McNeil cost me a takedown with his fat donut, but the rest of that lineup smashed. And then yesterday, on this very, very video, told you guys, left-handed bats, the left-handed bats of the Pittsburgh Pirates were going to smash. The first inning, we had 2 home runs by left-handed hitters. In that game, I think they had 6 home runs by left-handed hitters. That game was over in the third inning. So we're not even talking about the obvious stuff we've been talking about, like with Tampa Bay. We've been giving you guys Tampa Bay all week. Tampa Bay is an extremely hot team, and that's where I'm going to segue, go right back to the well tonight with Tampa Bay. So my stacks right now, the Mets are my favorite stack. I do know that Coors Field is on the slate. I'm not an idiot, but I'm going to tell you right now that the Mets are my favorite stack going against Malone. The Mets have a really solid lineup. They're starting to put it together, starting to score runs. Love the Los Angeles Dodgers today. Anytime you get these rivalry games, like a Dodgers-Giants or Dodgers-Angels, Yankees-Boston, I want pieces of that because these rivalry games tend to be not pitching affairs. They tend to be lopsided blowouts with a lot of runs scored, or both teams put up a lot of runs. So the Mets, the Dodgers, my favorite two. The Coors Field, you can call it a stack with Texas and with the Rangers. Love the Nationals as well. Again today, you talk about the Nationals. They're going against Tommy Malone. The Mets are going against Howard. So against Tommy Malone, a 291 ISO to left-handed bats. Get Juan Soto loaded up today in your lineups. That's really where I'm at from a stack standpoint. I think this is a pretty straightforward top of the tier for pitching with Garrett Cole and DeGrom on this slate. But there's some guys that you could also look at as well that are lower down the board. Frankie Montas is probably going to go lower owned because of the fact that he's later in the evening on this slate, and there's so much action on a very slate like this with other pitchers. I love Savali as well. Really good numbers. Savali, Odorizzi's another guy, and then Woodruff against the Cubs. That is a series I think not a lot of runs scored. You see Darvish go out last night, flirt with the no-hitter. Woodruff, really good stuff. 95-mile-per-hour plus fastball. Those are kind of the pitches that I'm on today, and that's really where I'm at with this slate. I think it's going to be a good, fun slate, and I think the Dodgers, who got hot last night with your boy Mookie Betts, first 3 at-bats hitting dongs, I think the Dodgers are getting warmed up, man. I think that they're going to go on a tear here, and they're going to kind of do what we thought they would do earlier on. They struggle with San Diego, but I think that's more about how legit San Diego is and not so much about the Dodgers being cold.
Bro, that man Mookie Betts, bro, he was looking like it was effortless. Going up here, I'm about to hit another jack. It looked effortless.
Be careful, because your boy JT hit one too, and that looked effortless. And that dude gets warmed up, and look out.
Who?
Justin Turner.
Oh yeah, yep, for sure. So Chris, what you got for us, man, in those crush spots for today?
Sure. I just want to say thank you for letting me come on real quick on Cheat Sheet. Hot Pucking Stacks was published this morning. We've been on a tear, so let's keep that going. Check it out. Any questions or comments, find me on Twitter or message Jeremy or Steph, or just find us on DFS Cheat Sheet, the site, and at the Hole. But so looking into the baseball slate today, I really want to stack Minnesota Twins tonight. They're at home.
I have them 7th, Chris. I just want to make sure that I agree with you. Not to cut you off, but they are in my top 7.
Kansas City is in town tonight, and at first glance, it looked like Jacob Junis was going to be pitching tonight. He's going to be Ian Kennedy's going to start, and then Jacob Junis is going to relieve him, right? So if Ian Kennedy is opening today, he sits at a 7.88 ERA. His whip is ridiculous. His slugging percentage to other batters sits at 0.800. I mean, it's astronomical. He's given up 6 home runs his last outing, August 12th. -9 points on FanDuel. So I'm stacking Minnesota tonight. For me, it starts with Max Kepler, who looks to be leading off, $3,800 on FanDuel. Eddie Rosario batting cleanup, $3,400 on FanDuel, $45 on DraftKings. Marwin Gonzalez as well. They're kind of Swiss Army knife. He's $25 on $100 on FanDuel, $38 on DraftKings. Starting third baseman. You have to look at Cruz tonight, right-handed batter. $4,000 on FanDuel. And then just 2 guys I want to round out real quick because I know Texas is going to be big tonight in Coors Field. Steph mentioned Joey Gallo. I couldn't agree enough. He might hit 2-3 home runs this game. I not going out on a limb here when I say 1 home run is almost, a given, right, guys? So looking at their lineup, I love Chin-Soo Choo batting. He's leading off tonight. Their outfield, they're $3,800 on FanDuel, $47 on DraftKings, and then slow and steady, Rougned Odor, their second baseman. Some people love him, some people hate him, but this guy, when he gets hot, he's hotter than a pistol. So $3,500 on FanDuel, $5,100 on DraftKings. So I know you're the stacks guy, but I'm the crush spot guy. But I love Minnesota tonight as a whole, as a stack. And it plays both stack and a crush spot. So get Twins in your lineup today. Go check out the crush spot. Go check out Hot Pucking Stacks. Just visit Cheat Sheet and the Hall.
One thing I want to clear up really quick is Tampa Bay is not on the main slate, correct?
In baseball.
Right. They're not on the main slate, correct?
No.
And I'm so glad I caught that because the team that I have 8th, and I want to make sure I give out my sneaky stack that I've been doing all week since I kind of blew my horn earlier about it. The Miami Marlins today are my sneaky stack. Miami, you take a look at what they're going to face in right, 230 ISO against lefties and a 209 ISO against righties. Miami's been hot. I don't think anybody realizes because they had the COVID thing that Miami is I want to say they're 10-3. Is that right? I don't have the standings in front of me, but I know they were off to a 9-2 start. So Miami on a big slate. Nobody's going to look at the fish. Miami's the sneaky stack of the day for me.
Yeah, for sure. And last thing I'm going to say is I'm actually with Chris. I actually did have a couple of Minnesota guys in there as well. I was looking kind of a couple of the cheaper guys. I was right now I currently had Marvin Gonzalez and Mitch Garver coming in pretty cheap as some good value plays. But I can't agree with you more on Minnesota. I do like them for sure.
Hey, real quick, check this out.
Miami is 8-4, by the way.
You said Ian Kennedy was going to start, not Junis?
Yeah, it looks like Ian Kennedy is going to be the opener and Junis is going to relieve him. Keep an eye on that because this morning I read that Junis was going to be the reliever and they only want him to go through the batting lineup twice and then Kennedy's going to relieve him. And then minutes before we went live, I just read the opposite. On FanDuel, it's saying Ian Kennedy is opening, Junis to relieve.
So Kennedy with a 63% fly ball rate to left-handed bats, 49% fly ball to right-handed bats. That's not a good combination for a guy who's got a 692 ISO to lefties and a 409 ISO to righties.
Kepler's left-handed, leading off. Eddie Rosario's left-handed, batting cleanup tonight.
For sure. Hey, so that's really where we're at. If you do want a more in-depth analysis on today's slate, make sure to check out the site, DFSCheatSheet.com. And hey, good luck on your guys' contest tonight, all right? Peace out.
Dude, I left that promo up there forever.